All right, are we live?
We're on.
Nationwide, coast to coast, border to border, all over the world. Welcome to Hashtag PBT Tuesday Night Live. Asústame one time. ¿Cuál es la musiquita esta? Qué bárbaro. Takes me back. We have Elida Reyna here with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Elida?
Hi, I'm great. How are you, Rob?
Good. You're looking wonderful.
Thank you. So are you.
Finally, we have somebody here that matches the chair. You know what I mean?
I know.
You know what I'm talking about? You know,
For royalty.
royalty.
Right?
Yeah, she's down on royalty, if you ask me.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. And we got her husband, Lalo's here with us as well, man. Lalo, welcome to the show,
Good to
man.
see you, bro.
Last time we did a show, it was pre-recorded, and it was just me and Elida, and Lalo was behind the scenes, but it's great to have you on the show, bro.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Órale.
Good to see you, man.
All right. Somebody volume on or something, right?
Not mine.
Is it?
Oh, wait, I think it's mine.
It's Jax Phoenix. Ladies and gentlemen, Jax Phoenix disrupting the entire show. I'm just kidding. No, but
I love to make an entrance.
He's telling us he's here.
I better not say nothing, but Jax se pone feelings de volar.
No.
It's
all
gonna
in good
bother
fun,
him
Jax.
all day and night.
No. It's all in good
He's
fun.
gonna have to go get therapy, la chingada. O sea, tiene que fumar un toque, la chingada. Que se le quite.
Con un toque se me quita toda la depression.
Y sale para el Whataburger, chingada. De estar unos tacos y la chingada.
Oye, no más.
Oiga, ladies and gentlemen, Jax facts. Jax has the facts. Jax is going to be handling the chat zone. What's going on, Jax?
Nothing. I am blessed to be here. Thank you for having me here, Rock. And Rally, hello.
Hi. Thank you.
Elida and Lalo, it's a pleasure to be here tonight and handling the chat zone. And if you don't know, I am Jax Phoenix, and I play for a little band called Venomous here in the Valley. We are a rockin' band. And anyways, I handle the chat
son los
zone.
pinches Mali Cruz del Valle.
Awesome.
Es lo que son, babe.
We're the
Yes.
party boys. We're the party
Mali
boys.
Cruz.
Speaking of party boys, my birthday is coming up next week. Anyways, I handle the chat zone and I talk to the people in the chat zone. And well, I just want to know where you guys are looking and watching us from. I want to know if you guys are barbecuing or not. Y si están prendiendo el bote, prendan el bote bien rico, papá. Y aquí estamos con Elida Reyna. Y si tienen preguntas, pregúntenme y yo le voy a preguntar a ella. I am going to take care of you. If you have any comments, shout outs, let me know where you're watching from. We are Hashtag PVT and we're here to set you free, baby.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Es bilingüe.
That's what blew us away, right? When he signed his when he filled out his application, he's bilingual. He's got the job.
Yeah.
Seguro que sí.
Inglés y español.
Yeah.
Porque aquí lo atendemos mejor.
Ladies and gentlemen, our producer, Rally, what's going on, sweetheart?
Hey, I've been running around all day, so that's why I look like this, but I'm happy to be here. And I have some special news. We have already reached 22,000 subscribers.
Wow. That's amazing.
So thank you to
Awesome.
all of our Hashtag PBT fans and family.
Awesome.
Yeah. Definitely growing, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we've got something from one of the fans, one of the subscribers for Jax, right?
Oh, yes,
Do we
Jax.
have some for Jax?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fuimos para
Here.
Rankin, Texas, carnal, y Sal in the house went to go see us from El Paso. We drove like 4 hours to give us a box full of cool stuff. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of footage from the Rankin show that we put up, so you can check it out. So let's see what do you got?
There you go.
Let's see.
Where's Sue?
Whoa! Hey, he knows. He knows.
Oh,
Sal,
man.
thank you.
Your outfit.
You know I love
Oh,
Jordan
yeah?
stuff. Anything Jordan.
Thank you, Sal.
Thank you.
Nice.
When I first saw that thing, I thought it was like an oversized fanny pack, bro.
It is kind of like it has that kind of look, but no, it's an actual backpack.
Es una backpack.
Sí, nomás que te la pones over the chest. You know?
Oh, no, man. ¿Qué tantos kilos caben ahí?
Pues yo creo que sí le ponemos unas 8 libras aquí. Pero que tienen que estar bien compressed, si no.
Ladies ladies and gentlemen, tonight's show's brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. If you feel sluggish, tired, you gain weight, and you're looking for a primary care clinic to help improve your quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. They handle your primary care needs. They'll help you lose weight, get you to feeling younger, healthier again. Call them at 1-855-771-1650 or 956-441-2188. You can go to drts.com, doctorts.com. Ladies and gentlemen, it is summer. You need your energy. You need your libido going because, you know, if your wife is a teacher, you know, during school, you you really don't get around too much, you know what I'm saying? Pero después en summer, cállate la boca, shut up, no duermen los vecinos, con Dr. T's, okay? So make sure to go to Dr. T's and make an appointment. Ladies, they've got something for you too. Sermorelin is amazing. It's a fountain of youth. And it'll just make, if you have an adult daughter or an adult son, they'll think you're brothers and sisters, all right? That's what it's all about. 956-441-2188. Also want to thank Top Floor Cars, and they're out of Brenham, Texas, man. They got some amazing vehicles. If you look at your screen, man, look at that. Some amazing cars, classic cars, like this beautiful truck, and they'll actually send it to you know, they'll export it to wherever you're at, you know. Located 2404 South Chapel Hill Street in Brenham, Texas. They'll be moving to a new bigger location, 301 South Market Street, Brenham, Texas as well. They've got room for consignments. If anyone's looking for a specific vehicle to buy or sell, contact them at 979-337-1006. Their cars have sold worldwide from Germany to Australia. And you can follow them on Facebook at Top Floor Cars, YouTube Top Floor Cars. You can check out the great videos. They've got all the vehicles. Instagram Top Floor Cars Brenham. And you can visit their website, topfloorcars.com, to see their current inventory. Originally from the Rio Grande Valley, and they're big hashtag PBT fans. We appreciate their support. Tony Ramirez, who's the owner, he's originally from Donna. Carlos Estrada is from Primera. And we want to thank them from the bottom of our hearts for supporting what we do. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure to click on the links in the description and follow them on social media. Support them because they support us, and we do what we do for you all because we enjoy bringing you some great entertainment like the entertainment we've got for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fantastic, all right? So, Elida, Reyna, and Lalo are here. Also want to remind everybody that we were in Freedom Fest this past Saturday, and we've got lots of great footage. Signo was performing, Solido was performing, pues se mocharon con una shirt los de Solido.
That's nice.
And,
That's a nice one.
And Signo, guess who got up and sang with Signo?
I don't know. Let me see.
Hombre. No lo pueden invitar a pinche rock en ninguna parte. No se quiere subir al pinche stage. No. Listen, folks, I didn't get up there like that. He actually called me up, right?
He did.
But we've got some amazing footage that we're going to be putting together in a vlog, and we'll be putting out around maybe Friday or Saturday this weekend. So make sure to like, subscribe, and share, okay? Like, subscribe, and share. And that way when we do upload the video, you get notified immediately. What you got to do is hit that little bell, all right? Hit that little bell, and then voila, te hace notify. So that was Freedom Fest. Now we're looking forward to ELIDAFEST. OMG.
Yes.
The poster's right there. July 30th, Mercedes Rio Grande Valley Livestock Show. And we are very excited. Lalo and Elida are here tonight. And I appreciate y'all. So what's going on? Tell me a little bit about ELIDAFEST. How did this all come about? I saw that you all were on social media. You had the city meeting with the commissioners, and they're 100% behind you guys, right?
Yes. First of all, thank you so much for letting us come on your show. And, of course, we're huge fans of y'all's. And, yes, we're just super excited about ELIDAFEST. It's something that we've been talking about for many, many years. And then finally it came to fruition because as you know, we moved to San Antonio.
I was going to ask you about that. You guys were, the last time we did the interview, it was at your saloncito que tienes ahí en Mercedes, right down Texas. Your real nice little place.
Thank you.
And what's the name of it again?
Casa de Reyna.
Casa de Reyna.
Salón de eventos.
Yeah, and it's really, really nice. And we went over there and we sat in there. It's cozy. And a really nice place, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get a little get together, just contact her. But we sat down and we did an interview, and you were in the process of selling your home here in Westlaco, I think it was, right?
Yes.
And you were moving to San Antonio. How did that turn out? You had what was the reason you had moved to San Antonio?
Well, Lalo always talked about moving, and I just kind of always put it in the back of my like, yeah, we're gonna move. And then once we built the home, I said, oh, we're not gonna move, we're gonna stay, you know. But then, you know, he was adamant that he wanted to move to San Antonio because he originally is from Corpus Christi and lived in San Antonio when we met. And so he would always say, when the kids graduate, we're gonna move to San Antonio. So finally, 3 years in to living there in Weslaco in our new home, he's like, okay, let's go. And it happened during COVID, right?
Yeah.
So needless to say, that was difficult. And then, so we made the move, but we were there for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years, and Lalo started business.
How did Lalo finally, you know, get you to, you know, agree to moving? If you were, because you're a small town girl,
Yes.
and you can't get the small town out of the girl.
No,
You can get the girl out of the small town,
No,
but
yeah.
you know, and San Antonio is a bit faster traffic, and you know everything is kind of, you know.
Yeah, big time.
So what did Lalo? What did you do to get her?
we were sort of prepping for when we decide to retire. If
Okay.
you say, you know, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years, it could be whatever.
It's
we
never
were-
gonna happen.
Yeah.
dude.
I don't think so.
Everybody says they're gonna retire, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go on a 10-year retirement tour. You know what I mean?
and then they're back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were, so I started a business and it's, you know, it got us through that period of COVID and not touring and not being
What
in the
was that
studio.
business?
Well, I initially I had just bought these machines and it was, you know, it's called landscape curbing.
Okay.
And I started with 2 guys. We did like 4 or 5 houses. Then we grew to 6 guys, and then we were doing a whole landscaping. I mean, we were
Wow.
doing shopping centers. It was it fast,
Yeah.
like real fast. But you know, it's like I tell my close friends, I could have built $1 million business and built her a mansion, but it wasn't gonna matter if it wasn't in the valley.
Yeah.
And that's what it came down to.
Yeah.
So I would see her, you know, it was, you know, every time we would go home, you know, we would visit and we would go home and she'd be crying. It wasn't, you know, it would, you know, you don't feel good, man. You don't feel good. You feel like, man, and then our oldest had a baby. So now
My daughter just had a baby.
Yeah.
And
Wow. So your grandparents.
I had no chance.
Yes,
After that, I had
yes.
no chance.
Oh, grandma.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
an
yeah?
18-month-old grandbaby.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
No, menos aquel que hay en San Antonio,
So
bro.
nombre iba yori every time I come, yeah. So
Híjole.
it was really hard. And then leaving my mom and my dad too, because they're getting older. And I know when my dad moved back here, because we were living in Dallas, we moved back because my grandma got sick. And that was around the time I was about 8 or 9 that we moved from Dallas to the Valley. And so it's been my home ever since. And that's all I've ever really known.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really hard to just, and what I try to make Lalo understand is that, you know, he lives in a big, well, he's from Corpus. It's a bigger, you know, it's bigger than Mercedes, obviously. And then he lived in San Antonio and he loved it. But when you're from a small town, you know everybody, and I don't know. It's
Pero
just one
cuando
of those
viviste
things.
en San Antonio, estabas single allá.
Pues sí.
Pues
Living
con
the
razón
life.
te gustaba, carnal. I mean, but
I
you
was
know,
in my
family,
20s.
family life is otro pedo, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And it wasn't just my, you know, I just wanted, again, I wanted the opportunity to start. And I told her, I said, you know what, why don't we do it where, you know, if we're blessed in the sense where the business takes off, well, then maybe we can build something smaller in Mercedes if you want. And then we can.
Really?
have the-
You never said that, but
Yeah,
Take it.
fake news, vato.
Sorry.
Fake news.
I could have sworn I said that.
Hey, dude.
no, you never
let
said
me tell
Mercedes,
you,
but
I've told a lot of
I'll
things to
take
my
it.
wife that she doesn't remember me telling her.
Die,
bro.
please.
We're in the same page.
Yeah, dude. I know. I
no,
know.
there's selective hearing when it comes to
Exactly.
certain things, right?
Exactly. I
Thank you very
agree.
much.
Yes.
But so it's so funny. So finally, the day that I told her, okay, babe, you want to go back?
And it was just that morning.
As soon as I say you want to go back, pinche rider showed up right outside the house, ready to go, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't have to tell her twice.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I
so we
was
were gone.
so
within,
excited.
We were gone within
Yeah.
a week. I think we came back. And
We're in San Antonio. Where you living? What
But
part?
we wanted to live like
we
we
lived
were
by,
living right there by Six Flags in La Cantera. No,
by
hombre,
Six
dude.
Flags, yeah.
You're talking about
Está caro el pedo.
$3,000 a month, bro.
3,000.
Oh my.
No, una tocada, carnal. Una media tocada. Media
No,
tocada. Media
Right.
tocada.
Oh, but you know what I was gonna say is that once Adrian called our manager Adrian, and Freddie's like, okay, Pues we need to start getting into the studio. So it was gonna wind up being where I wasn't gonna be able to do both things, because we have to concentrate on this. This is who we are, right?
This is our mole.
But I wanted to at least get it stable to where if I can find a little crew and they can,
they can be doing that on the side while you're doing this.
Exactly.
There's no reason you can't be able to, just as long as you find somebody trustworthy to run what you got going.
Correct.
Right.
That was the overall plan.
Yeah.
So once we moved back, the guy says, "Hey, well, let me buy your equipment." Okay. So we sold the equipment and we've been blessed. So, me being me, sort of like you, Rock, I have to find something to do.
Yeah.
So that's when ELIDAFEST came into play. Yeah. So.
Yeah, man, you're always up. Your brain is just constantly working, bro. Do you sleep well?
You know what? Thank God I do. But if I do wake up,
you can't go back to sleep.
That's it.
That's what happens to me, bro.
That's terrible.
I mean, my wife, I'm a restless sleeper, man. I need CBD to sleep, bro. Neta, bro. And I get up, and if I have to get up, go to the bathroom, oh man, when I come back, I'm like, I got to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do everything in one chingazo, man. That just never left me, bro. And I can imagine you that, you're in the creative business. You're a drummer. You think of ideas for your wife. You want it to be big. You want it to be awesome. And then you get excited and it's just.
And it's 3:30 in the morning. Like, damn it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
You can't do anything for another 7 hours before everybody else.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly
amazing. Right. And so now you all are living back in Westwood. Did you get
No, we're here in McAllen.
Oh, you're here in McAllen?
We're right here.
It was an ultimatum. It was like, we're going to go back, but you got to kind of meet me halfway. So, and I'm like, hey, I'll take it because I'm in
There's
Mercedes.
a compromise.
We
There's a
compromise.
compromise.
We compromise because, not an ultimatum, I'm sorry, a compromise because he said, well, yes, let's go back. But, I'd like to move to McAllen. I'm like, I'll take it. It's only
15 minutes is better than 4 hours.
15 minutes,
Yes.
to Mercedes.
Yeah, quita todo, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we live right there on 10th and Violet, right next to Bourbon Street.
Well,
Oh,
well,
we can walk to
Everything's right
Bourbon.
here.
that's down the street from
down the street,
over there. You go down on 281 Violet, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
Órale,
there.
por ahí vive mi plug.
yeah, that's a nice neighborhood, bro.
Yeah, we love it. And actually, it's a house that we're renting from Delia's Tamales. She owns that property.
See,
Yeah.
hombre.
I'm trying to buy it from her.
Discount.
It's so nice.
Yeah, we love it. It's an older home. It's got an 80s type of feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Long homes,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about it on the way over here.
Yeah.
Well, what would you do? Well, we tear down that wall and paint this, and so just Elida's really good at that stuff. Man.
Uh-huh.
Like she's
Right.
really good at decorating.
Design.
It's
and all
the
that
artsy
stuff.
side of me,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, you like to do different things. I'm the same. I'm, all about decorating, or I love to decorate.
Yeah.
she's
Love
really
it.
good at it.
Yeah.
How's the road, man? How you guys just came back from Eagle Pass? So shout out to Rhodey's Country Fried Chicken. He texted
Yes.
right away. Lalo mandaron la noticia. Acá está Elida.
Saludos.
She's gonna be over there. She's over here in the Eagle Pass.
Yes.
Rhodey's Country Fried Chicken. Rick was here on Saturday at Freedom Fest with
He
Solido and
was.
Signo, and he texted us right away. He was there too, and then we sent him a shout out, and then he just got a hold of us last night
Yeah.
Yeah.
and told us how did that go? How did everything
It
go?
was a
over there
great
in Eagle
show.
Pass?
It was. I mean, we hadn't played in what 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah, we hadn't played in 8 years.
2014.
And so it's crazy because it's right there, Rock. On Shelby Park is right there by the river, bro. So you see all of Mexico like right on the other side.
Yeah.
And so what they do is they pitch, they do vendors. They have vendors. They're selling.
They're selling
tacos and
elotes
corn.
and
Yeah,
all kinds of
everything on the
stuff.
other side because they have a big firework display.
Yeah.
So everybody's watching from.
See, yeah.
So it was.
And
It's
we're
always
checking
a
him
great.
out, and they're watching Bobby Pulido perform because,
Yeah.
of course, we played, then Bobby went up.
Yeah.
So it was a treat for them.
Yeah. That's crazy. You say 8 years. How fast time flies, no, bro?
Big time.
I mean, geez. I mean, we have a video of Elida. Let's see if we can put it so Elida can watch it. And I want to ask her. Let me see here. We got this off of Aquí Rogelio's Archivos. It's a YouTube channel that I highly recommend to all our fans to subscribe to. But I mean, seeing you on this video just blows my mind at how long ago it was and how young you were when you started. And
How skinny I was. Look at me.
and that you're still. Are those
What the hell
Are
happened?
those
No, it's-
plastic? I mean, what is that?
It's like patent leather.
Was-
It's like a shiny patent leather.
She looks
yeah.
like the villain. Remember on Superman, the three villains? What were they called? They
Yeah,
had those-
that's right, dude. Yeah, but
had
how,
those pants.
how hard was it to get into those things? I mean,
tough.
Yeah.
And then on a hot, sweaty, hot day, oh my goodness. Yeah.
What comes to your mind when you see this videos like this of yourself at that age and not
What comes to Lalo was 14.
really Lalo.
era un squinkling.
Polluelo.
Pretty
Era un
much.
quitowerk. En Mercedes dicen quitowerk, huerquito backwards. So, yeah, put that video again, babe. Put it in a big screen because I want Elida to see that. And I want her to tell me, what comes to her mind when she sees stuff like I freak out.
I just think like how young and naive we were, but hungry. We were just had a lot of animo, and we just had a lot of chemistry between the band, and we were working hard. I remember we weren't on the road. We were doing radio, videos, doing all kinds of stuff, or in the studio.
Yeah, this is I
good
think,
times.
This
Fun
is like
times.
93, I think, or 91 maybe, something like that. 92, yeah, right?
Yeah, and I wish I knew about eyelashes and makeup and stuff like that. I look like
The things we don't see.
the things that we don't. Now I know, but
But you look fantastic there for your age and everything. And
Thank
but
you.
when I'm freaking out, that guitar player is the guy that we had in Whiskey D too.
Who?
Now that I see him,
Randy?
remember Randy?
yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
really?
Está bien chavalón, Randy. That's
yeah.
Randy. Wow. He played with us too.
Really?
Yeah. And then you had, of course,
Gande.
Gande, man, an amazing painter. He was here a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
You were surrounded by some really great young
the-
musicians.
From the
Monsters.
beginning.
Yeah.
From the beginning, yeah.
Monsters. Yeah.
Wait a
For
minute,
sure.
was that Epi in the
Yeah.
background?
Yeah, that was Epi, bro.
Oh my God, I
Yeah.
love Epi, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Epi, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Epi and friends.
Yeah. So,
sure.
do you still keep contact with the guys?
Oh, of course. As a matter of fact, we just saw Cande. I was a guest speaker in Los Fresnos High School because they have the program that I want to talk about in just a bit. And his daughter plays bass guitar in the band and the senior band. And so we got to talk to him, and we were just reminiscing and talking about Gilberto Perez. He even got a little teary-eyed because they played one of his songs. And so, yeah, I mean, I hadn't seen him in years, to be honest. I keep in touch more like with Noe, and I see Epi here and there. And I just saw them at a festival that they had in Elsa with Noches Bohemias with Ricky Ramos, and the guys came by to support. Noe was there, and Epi, and I think Toots was there, Turi Alviar, and of course some of the other guys, took a picture with them. And it's always just great to catch up and see what they're up to. And Noe's on the road, and
yeah, with
Yeah, no,
Los
he's on the
Tex
road.
Maniacs. I saw him in San Benito.
yeah, and then of course Lucky was there too. Lucky was performing, so we all took a picture together. It's just
Yeah.
great to see everybody, and
I was
brings
gonna-
a big smile to my face.
I was gonna
yeah.
say there's never been any hard feelings
Animosity or anything.
No,
Nah.
between the transition of the old Avante and what we've done for the past 15, 16 years. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, we all love her,
Yeah.
whether it's myself or Noe, we all love Elida.
It's an eternal connection, dude.
It is.
It is.
That's what it is, bro.
We traveled on the road almost 10 years. They were
Yeah.
my brothers on the road, and that's when I got my first taste of what it is to be on the road. And I always say I was just like one of the guys, and I really do feel that way because it was a brotherhood between all of us, and we all sacrificed. Some days having ham and cheese bologna sandwiches, but those are some of the best memories.
Yeah.
I'll always take with me. We would stop on the side of the road at a picnic table, and we would all eat there in our the RV that my dad,
Yeah.
the shitmobile.
The turd, what did you call it? The turnmobile.
Yeah, that my dad bought us.
Yeah,
It looks like an
wow.
Airstream. An Airstream, it used to be silver, and then we got the bright idea to paint
Painted
it
brown.
bronze. We thought it was bronze. No,
I remember it.
By the time we were done, we're like, oh no, this looks like a.
I remember it driving up into the backstage of the Alamo Dome Tejano Awards next to all those Fama buses y la chingada. I'm like,
Yeah.
who is that? And I say, vagan todos el Elida. And I'm like, oh, it's Elida. But look, going back to the guys, I mean, not only were they amazing musicians, they're just genuinely good people. I mean, they were great. Cande was here. Man, guy's one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. And
Yes,
then
yes.
you have Epi, who's just happy-go-lucky.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then you have Noel, I mean,
Yeah.
who's just an amazing. And Randy's bien calmado, bien callado. I mean,
Chill.
you had not just a group of amazing musicians. They were just genuinely good people that would probably look out for you 100%, right?
Oh yeah, we all did, and we all did everything together. we always traveled together. It was never me by myself. That's how we always wanted it, And then, of course, we had a van and then had an accident in the van. And then we ended up getting a Suburban after that. We would travel everywhere in that. It was a clunky old Suburban, but hey, it got us everywhere we needed to get.
That's all you need. I mean, those are the...
At that time, we were sacrificing because basically what we were doing at that time is like we would get paid a little, but the rest went into getting equipment, getting lights. We were trying to do that bit. So we had a truck, we had things that we wanted, we had goals, and so we were trying to put our pennies together and get equipment and do all that, and then merchandising and all that good stuff.
Yeah. And you went through some record label bullshit, back then too, and then you overcame that.
Yeah.
And the guys ended up, Kanda decided he just wanted to give up music. What did you think when he said that? He wanted to start painting.
No, initially he didn't want to give up music. We were together almost 10 years, and then I wanted to, I was kind of getting burned out because I just felt like, man, we're just like nothing was happening, and it was already, we were 8 years in and we're still kind of getting paid the same,
and the drama of all the label stuff
frustrating
as well.
Yeah, well, at that time we were already with the second label, which was with Chris Leak, and so I just felt like we were working a lot but not really reaping from the benefits of what we were doing.
But the transition was happening at that time, right? Because that's when Intocable had just come in.
I was just going to say that 98. Intocable came in and it was transitioning. Yeah,
right. And so the music was the evolution of music in general in radio, was changing, and it was like, well, what the heck are we gonna do? And at that time we were trying to evolve as a band because we had lost our band leader, which was Javier, and we're just like, okay, well, Javier, what do we do now? And he was always like, okay, we're going to do this.
Yeah. Javier Perez, ladies and gentlemen, is Gilberto Perez's son. Correct. And he was one of the guys that started with Elida.
Yeah. So we basically had a blueprint in the beginning, or this is what we're going to do. We're going to do more of this. So then once we signed with Henry and Voltage Discos, and then of course, Mafia was, initially Mando was the one that got us signed. But then after they had their little disagreement and they left Henry, we were kind of left on our own to kind of fend for ourselves.
Yeah.
But they supported our first album, and Mando and David, and they helped us with the songs. But then Henry was also giving us material, and then they helped us arrange it and everything. The guys did, Mando and David and Noe, and we're at Houston Sound Studios, amazing studio, by the way. And that's when we released the first album. But then after that, we lost Javier, and we kind of lost that finesse of like the base, the foundation of who Elida was, and so we were kind of in limbo at that point. And then that's when we started recording with Tejas, and Chris would come into the studio, and he kind of liked this, like what we were doing and everything. And then eventually he's the one that helped us get out of Voltage, because they were basically going to shelve us because they were mad at us, but we were not happy where we were at. We just felt like we weren't growing. And so once we went with him, we started getting more material, started trying to do more. But then it was kind of like, well, let's do this. Well, let's try that. So we really didn't have a
cohesive idea.
It was like, well, I want to do a salsa song because I'm into India. So we kind of started doing that, and there was really no leadership, And so just short story. So we used to gig all the time, and we would meet up with Hector. Hector was playing with Fandango at the time. Hector, the bass player from Fandango for many years. Yeah. And he would always talk about this kid, man, this, awesome drummer, Lalito, y que Lalito this, Lalito that. And I would hear about this Lalito, kid, because at that time he was 16, right?
I was with Fandango.
And at that time we were, even though we had our drummer, we still felt like, okay, so we had our drummers, and they were great, and we loved them. But still, something I felt was always lacking within the rhythm section. I guess more of that like via flavor that I always missed. And I think
el compás.
Yes, the pocket. And I feel like we really had lost that when we lost Javier. Looking back in retrospect, and looking back now, I feel like we kind of lost that.
Timing has a lot to do with it, you know. Timing on drums, and then when it's right on time, it feels so good, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
So I've always said, and I feel that Lalo was kind of that missing link. Now looking back, and so then.
But you know what? I don't want to cut you off. But when I first started with Elida, I remember she told me we were playing a conjunto song, and she's like, "That's not right." Because my school was Mafia. That was my school.
Yeah.
So whatever Mike did, that was what I did, right? So when I came over, then
Mike Aguilar, man, amazing drummer,
bro.
dude. Yeah.
He's well for me and Joey. He's the man. He's
Joey
our
jams.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
He's my. So anyway, once I came to the Valley, then I started hanging around with Duty and Epi, Gande.
He would hang out at Epi's house.
So I wouldn't play the drums. I would just absorb everything was going on. Just to adapt the style, because Elida's a very good drummer, bro. When it comes to conjunto music,
Really?
bro,
I'm okay.
I didn't know that.
bro. I'll show you a video.
I'm
Yeah.
I'll show you a video. But so anyway, so she knew what she was talking about in the sense of that compás. So I didn't have it. I don't know if I still have it. But what I'm saying is that I had to. They weren't gonna adapt to me. I had to adapt to the style or to the sound of.
Well, you have to
Valley.
understand. I grew up on that on both sides of my family. Like on my mom's side, they're conjunto. I mean, all the way. And so there's a chiquita, so I have that. And then on my dad's side too. I mean, and then living here in the Valley, I mean, it's inevitable. So Tejano, conjunto is just something that
music is everlasting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been around since the 40s,
Yeah.
and it's still
people don't realize that it's been around so long.
It's one of the major influences in everybody's music.
Yeah.
Even Jesse Turner and everybody's got a
Everybody's
little
been
bit of
influenced.
conjunto in them. Everybody.
Right.
And so you finally got, the hang of it, Lalo. And
I mean, I in the very beginning, yes. No, I didn't. But it took me some time.
Yeah.
It took
Yeah.
me some time. And you know what? I was going to piggyback off of what she said earlier, was that, so when I started with Elle in 2005, it was just Elida Reyna, right? But then what was happening, it was like, there would be those, are you from, is it Elida Reyna y Avante or Elida y Avante? So we were like, well, man, the Avante was
branded.
It was branded with
Yeah.
Elida. So we felt
established.
like when we signed with Freddie, it was just Elida Reyna. So I had a meeting with Freddie. I said, hey, man, maybe we should bring the name back, because it just makes more sense. So as soon as that happened, I remember, Rock, we were at Kamori here on 10th Street. And I had always imagined like a bat signal, ¿verdad? Like Rolling Stones have something that identifies the band without saying the name.
Yeah.
So then we created this thing on a sketch on a napkin. We took it to a girl. Remember that
Like
girl
the
on 10th
Prince
Street?
logo, sort of.
Correct.
That's what you were looking
Yeah,
for.
and we have, the lady gave us like 4 or 5 different ideas. And nothing. It wasn't something like, oh, that's it. So she says, give me 2 more days. Remember, babe?
Yeah.
And so we went back 2 days later. She came back and she had 2 more logos. And as soon as we saw it, we're like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it right there. So as soon as we went back to Freddie, we were going to bring the name back. Now we had the logo. I was like, okay, now we have the branding. Now everywhere we go, on T-shirts or caps,
It's gotta be there.
CDs, it has to be there with the name. So that's how it sort of started. But it wasn't ever to disrespect anything that the original Avante had done.
I mean, when Lalo started, he was a fanatic, and if anything, he didn't want to disappoint Noe, especially in the first album that we recorded when we signed with Freddie.
Right.
He was like, maybe we should bring Noe in. We did bring Noe
he did.
in.
He
to
came
help-
in with me. He came in with me, yeah.
To kind of blend in, like kind of pass the
torch,
pass the
infuse,
torch, I
sort
guess,
of.
yeah.
create the
Kind of
infusion,
correct. Yeah, infuse, there you go.
Because there
Yeah.
was no way we were gonna sound like them, because that was their element, right? I mean, there was no way I was gonna play like Orville or Larry or any of those great drummers that she had. But I was like, hey, well, that's okay. Let's just start a new thing, you know. And so, I mean,
It's evolution.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the
it
evolution.
is.
It's evolving.
Yeah.
And the brand is still the brand, but it
Yeah.
evolves. And
Right.
that's what happened.
And at that time when the band basically dissolved, it was like a mutual. It was like we all agreed that it was just time to move on and just do other things, and it was hard because they were my brothers for so long, and so. But then they started.
That's when they started Frijoles.
Yeah.
It goes, yeah.
Yeah. And you
They
know,
start
there
doing their own
has to
thing.
still be, you know, when something like that breaks up after so much, you know,
Yeah.
there still has to be some sort of resentment a little bit, I guess.
That
But, you know,
ex-girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend, right?
yeah, I mean,
Well,
there
for
has
me-
it's only natural. But then
Yeah.
as we grow older, we start realizing, you know what?
Correct.
It was a great chapter in our lives. We're
Yeah.
doing this now.
Right.
There's a reason for everything, dude.
for
You know,
sure.
there's everything. There's, you know, God has, you know, he's got a plan for
you know-
everybody.
You know what, Rock? We honor those guys every night because we still play those songs every
Mm-hmm.
night.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I never forget that. You
They're
know?
on stage with you.
Correct.
You know, and that's what it created, you know,
That's
a
right.
legacy of music
Yep.
that you know that has Elida at
Yeah.
the forefront of it.
Luna
man.
Yeah.
Llena, Duele, Te Sigo Amando. Those
Yeah.
that's from the first.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I mean, I'm sure you didn't think it was gonna be 2022 when you're still at the top of your game. You know, it's
No,
crazy, right?
Hell no, you don't think. You're just thinking in the moment, you know. And at that point, I wasn't ready to give up. I think I was burned out for a while because, you know, of all the bull that you put up with. But in the end, I realized, you know, why I started doing this. I've been wanting to do this since I was 9 years old. You know, I told my dad, I want to be a Tejano singer. I want to be like Laura Canales when I grow up. That's always been my dream, you know. And so I had to really look within myself. And then, of course, I get a phone call from Chris Leak saying, well, they're already saying that you're going to give up and that you're a has-been. Yeah, he really grilled into me. And he's like, and I'm like, well, I'm tired, Chris. I'm tired. I mean, you know, I'm not producing anything right now. He's like, well, out of sight, out of mind. You got to record an album every year. If not, people are going to forget you. That was probably the best advice he ever gave me, you know. And so I never forgot that. And so after that, I got to work and I got back and I had already had my second child. I just had Justin. And then I got an endorsement with Gallo Wines. So I started doing that promotion.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to get a band together. And I
And
just,
Dwelly comes in somewhere around that area.
Duele came in
99.
at 1998. So I already had Duele
Yeah.
when I was with Avante, with
One of
knowing
the
them.
biggest songs in history.
Yeah, that song really, well, it branded me and as
Yeah.
not just as an artist, but as a songwriter.
Every woman was singing that in karaoke. You know?
Oh, heck yeah. To this day.
Yeah,
people
to this day.
Yeah, I get, you know, message all the time, Snapchats all the time,
Mm-hmm.
women that are boozing it up.
But you know
having
what?
a good
Something you
time.
probably don't know, bro, is that when we signed with Freddie in 2005 or 2006,
Yeah.
so I had known Freddie since the early days because I would go to the studio. So, anyways, we have this meeting, and he says, okay, you know, we'll do. I don't remember what the deal was, but I said, but we got to tell you something. He's like, what? Elida's pregnant, and he's like, okay. I said, but I have a plan. I said, we can record the whole album, you know, while she's, because I think you were what, 2 months or 3 months pregnant.
Probably.
So we recorded the Domingo album, the whole album. Well, she was, you know,
And we were gigging too.
we weren't.
at the
Yeah,
same
we weren't.
time.
At that time, we were in the real rebuilding phase of everything of what we were trying to do. So as soon as we had Layla, our daughter, that's how we know how long we've been with Freddie, because she was literally
Yeah.
You
At the
know.
age of your daughter
15
is the
years.
Yeah,
15 years
wow.
we've been with Freddie.
Yeah.
So we recorded the Domingo record within a month. I think we were on the road. And that, I think that's when we sort of started. And I want to share one more thing. So the first album did okay, and then we had a live album, and it was okay. The third album that I did with Elida, with Freddie, they basically, one of the guys came and told me, he says, look, man, if this doesn't pop off, we're gonna have to
Get
find
another
somebody else to
producer.
produce. I'm like, okay, all right. So, you know, I just put everything whatever I thought was gonna work at the time. I was just trying my best. I didn't know what I was doing, Rock. I was just trying to put stuff together.
You threw it all against the wall
Yes.
and see what stuck.
Exactly. What was I gonna lose, right? So, well, I had a lot to lose, but I just kind of figured, let me just try my best. So,
Let me lose in a blaze of glory.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, I knew we had, you know, a decent album, but there was just one song that I felt like, okay, if I have any chance, this could be the song. I start working on it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tell them the story.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So I give Elida the song. First month, nada. Second month, nada. Third month, nothing's been written. The music's done. Last song on the record, right? And I'm like, at this time, I'm like, I need this song like now. So,
Well, because I wanted the song to be perfect, and at that time, like, you know, you hear other songwriters and they're so poetic, and I'm like, oh, I just want it to be good. I did
You
procrastinate.
were
on it.
overanalyzing
I
it.
do. I overthink everything.
so
and so
we go in the studio.
Yeah.
We're in the studio. She's pissed, bro. She's pissed.
well, because of the way he told me.
So her and
Yeah.
so her and Robbie go outside, bro.
Yeah.
Was it 45 minutes?
Like 30 minutes.
the
I
song
was
was
like,
done.
Tú no tienes corazón. Da, 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 da. And
So it wound up being Prefiero Morir. Okay? That
Yeah.
song, Rock. So when if you hear that song, if you hear her singing this song, it's there's a little bit of
Oh, and then when I walked in and I'm like, here are the lyrics. And then I threw the finger at him and I was like, I got in the studio and I was
and she recorded the song. She
Yeah.
recorded the song.
Yeah. Bien enojada, Elida, escribiendo
Gacho.
esa canción. ¿Qué chingos te crees, Lalo?
Me robas la ilusión ser feliz. Oh, con
Elida, you're the biggest artist, female artist in the industry right now, right? That's what you are. You are.
Well, thank you.
I mean, you're what everybody looks up to right now. Every female out there that's starting up,
I-
they're looking up
That
to
means,
you.
That means a lot to me. I
Longevity.
appreciate that.
Thanks,
You
Rock.
know?
Thanks.
Yeah.
It took a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
People don't understand, especially for a woman
Yeah.
in this industry. Man, there's bloodthirsty sharks out there.
Big time.
Unfortunately, Lalo's in the mix and making sure taking care of her. You know?
Protecting her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
For sure. Because I mean, you just don't think that. I think when I started, I just wanted to sing. I'm just like, I just want to sing, and I just want to. I don't know. You just never know how far you're gonna go, and so to think, 30 years that I'd still be doing what I love, and
And to end that story, we released that song, and the phone started ringing, bro.
it
Started
opened
ringing.
it opened doors for us.
We started getting calls from different artists. Hey, man, where'd you get the song from? Who wrote that song? And then,
We're like, we wrote. Well, I wrote the song, but Lalo, did all the
and you know
arrangements.
what? We won a Grammy.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Behind the music, bro.
So guess what? I got to survive. I got to do the record, and I've done every one since.
Yeah.
But I just needed that. I guess
You needed to be put in a corner.
So.
You
I guess so.
You needed to be cornered in order for you to bring out the best in you.
I guess so, bro.
That's what happened, dude.
I guess so.
And this came out, bro.
Yeah.
Bien enojada, Elida.
Big time, bro.
Yeah, it
Big
was.
time, bro. Oh,
I sure was.
Yeah, and the lyrics of this song,
Yeah,
dude,
they're great.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
And you wrote it what in how long?
45
minutes.
minutes.
45
Like 30
minutes.
yeah.
Fíjate.
3 months later.
What it took me 3 months
We
to
need
do.
it now, Elida. Now.
Yeah.
Ah, sí. Dame el pinche pen pa' acá. Que hold my
It
beer.
used to be easier for me to write, but as you're getting older and then you're getting songs from these amazing songwriters, and you're just like, oh,
But see, we weren't
I'm not worthy.
getting those songs
I'm not
back
worthy.
then, Rock. We weren't getting those songs back then.
So we were having to write a lot of our own
we
at
were
that
having to write
time.
everything.
Well, that's the best.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Yeah.
It's your baby. You
That's
know?
when we wrote like Domingo. We wrote several together, at that time in our little apartment, and we would with my son's little Casio, and we
You
just
turn the
kinda-
keyboard, you can hear all the
My
quarters.
son used to put all these coins in through the little,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. But
So
Man.
so the question is like, okay, well, how do you back that up? So, we had a little success. We were more shows and a
we're
little
getting
more money and
momentum,
stuff like that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do next? So, it's a long story. I'll just shorten it up. So we were gonna do another live record, and so I needed one more song. So I go to Frijoles restaurant, remember, and Ed Couch, and Lucky was working there, bro. Lucky was working there. He was cooking. I said, bro, I have this song, and at the time, so Oscar already knows, but I wanted it to be Elida and Oscar. That was my idea. So I show it to Lucky. I said, this is how it goes, da 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 da. And he wrote Juntos Hasta Morir, bro. He wrote that song. So we go to the studio, and we never hear back from Mafia. Turner shows up to pick up, I don't know, CDs or something at the studio at Freddie Records. And I show it to him, and he's like, what did he say, baby? He's like, well, so you want me to do it?
Just like that.
I'm like, yeah,
Really?
sure.
Really? You want to do it?
Sure. He goes,
He's
yeah,
like,
we'll
yeah.
come back tomorrow and we'll record it. And dude, the next day we recorded the song.
It's an amazing song.
And it couldn't.
It's like everything fell into place
Exactly.
with the video, the song, the lyrics, everything.
Because
just kinda fell into place.
Signal was doing this number. They were apenas. They were just coming in, and they were about to explode, right? So, and plus Turner did it. I think it worked out to everybody's benefit because even Turner will tell you, even at that time, they weren't getting a lot of airplay in San Antonio because it was more Tejano based. But then when they released this song, it sort of opened up the doors for Signal también, bro. You know, so it helped everybody.
Yeah.
So the overall, it was bigger than Prefiero. Hands down bigger.
This
than
song
Prefiero.
is awesome.
Yeah. It's got like 10 million views or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems that you have a very your voice is very recognizable.
Thank you.
Yeah, verdad? Because and you've done more than a duet with Signal. You did one with Michael, right?
Oh, yeah.
I've done several with Michael, with Jimmy, Chente too. A lot of people don't know. We did a beautiful rendition of a Rocío Dúrcal song, Juan Gabriel, some years back, Chente Barrera. And I've worked with several artists, Fiebre Loca recently,
Yeah, from Monterrey. Yeah.
Jesse.
That's amazing. It's great. Chente has an amazing voice también.
He does.
Canta,
Beautiful voice.
Jesús, he's
He really
awesome.
does.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the Jax. Jax has been there brewing with some calls and so, well, actually some chat people
Lots
out
of
there.
questions.
Lots of questions. Let's see. All right.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in the chat. Actually, there's 331 people live in the chat zone.
391 on mine.
Oh, okay. I just mine's a little bit late, but
Yeah.
yes, that's more people than other shows. We have a lot of people in the chat zone, and well, I am going to give y'all some shout outs because I love you guys. And we're going to give a shout out first and foremost to Art Nunez, who's watching from Midland, Texas. Gilbert Day is watching from Rankin, Texas. Francis Ambriz from Houston. Dean Garcia, saludos from Tampa, Florida. Dice Tampa Bay Rays. All right. Saludos to Noe Garza, Sal in the house, Gilbert Tellez, Homero Macal, Andres Munguia, Steven Galvan, Al del Barrio in the house, Big
Ow.
Rene in the house, Triple P. JJ says hello from San Antonio. Joe Alejandro, Hebronville, and many more. I mean, I got a lot of people here. Leonel Garza from San Benito, Chris Marie, Alfredo Rios, hello, thank you for joining us. Hello, Steven Galvan from Canyon, Texas, Johnny Borges from Johnny Borges has a question, and Sal in the House has a question as well. So we're going to go to Johnny Borges first. When is Elida coming to Arizona?
Good question. Not anytime soon.
Hay chingo de casinos para allá.
I know.
No, we've done the casinos out there.
Yeah,
It's just
several.
been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, so Carmen from the
Wait, hold
chat
on
zone.
a second. Johnny, you need to call them people up there that book bands up there and tell them to call Elida. bro.
Yeah.
we need
That's
to-
what you need to. You need to
Yeah.
go on their social media and say you need to bring Elida Reyna
That's
Diamante
right. That's
to
right.
Arizona. That's the way that works, bro.
That's right.
Sorry
That's
about
the way
that.
it works.
Thank you, Rock. Thank you.
We got Carmen, and she says, what is the story behind the song Luna Llena, and did you write it?
Actually, I didn't write that song, and somebody had already recorded it before I did.
Oh, wow. So that's just
And I
a
just
cover.
found out that some mad fan or somebody wrote in, she wasn't the original singer. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay.
They get all drama.
Yeah, which I
Órale.
didn't know. Apparently, the song had been recorded by another artist. I don't know who the other artist is.
Neither do
All
we.
I know is that Henry brought me into the office, said, hey, I have a really, really good song. It's called Luna Llena. I want you to listen to it. And we fell in love with it the minute we heard it. But that's actually EJ Ledesma's song. EJ
He's a
Ledesma.
great songwriter.
Oh,
Was a great
my
songwriter.
gosh.
So
Yeah.
that's the story behind that song. All right.
Yeah.
So that answers that question. Another question we have, the Mad Ricken says, when is Elida Fest?
ELIDAFEST is on July 30th.
July
So
30th.
it's coming up in 3 weeks.
I was
So-
going to ask you all, who do you got lined up besides, of course, you're performing?
Heck yeah, we have some great entertainment for being our, first annual. I think the guys did a great job, Noches Bohemias, Lalo, which is, they're the ones handling everything. I'm more on the scholarship side of it, But we have Los Morales boys.
Oh,
Yeah, Conjunto. When all those boys are out, they're based out of Dallas.
okay.
Dallas, yeah.
They're young kids. Well, we met them as young kids. We met the drummer. He was 9 at the time. They're all brothers. It's family. It's all a family business.
Tex Maniacs.
And then Tex Maniacs
Oh, yeah.
performing.
Oh,
And
that's gonna
then,
be awesome.
Yeah. And,
yes.
David Ligarza, of course.
Dio.
No, regate.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Asústame one time.
The godfather of Tejano music.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. But then we have Grupo Signo performing.
All
as
right.
well.
Oh yeah, you know they're a favorite.
It's a great lineup.
You know, Jesse was hurt on Saturday.
Yes.
He had to
Yes.
play sitting down. He
I
messed
heard.
up his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, they did great.
They did amazing,
It was
yeah.
awesome. I mean, Jesse's voice and
Yeah.
his style
Considering.
of his style of connecting with the audience,
Yeah.
and then he just likes to have fun up there. It's
Yeah, he
great.
does.
So and of
And
course,
we heard he was in the hospital, so I just want to send him. Well, I was actually going to call him today or text him, but I said, you know what, I'm going to send him a shout out on PBT. So.
yeah, he said he tore a muscle on the back, but he was going to get an MRI and check out. But the guy, we can be lifting weights. You say, donde levantó la acordeón. And that's when it happens, dude. You know.
I just went through that
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago. I
Oh,
just
man.
got over COVID. Came back from a show in Laredo, and I love to sign. It doesn't matter when, where. I'll sign to the very end because that's
Who you are.
because I love my fans and they
You're a
deserve-
small town girl that appreciates everything.
I
you've-
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and so I take the time, and I think I got COVID while I was there. Although I don't know for sure. Came back home, got really sick. I had just started my workout. I started working out with a trainer because I wanted to get ready for ELIDAFEST.
Yeah.
Gung ho. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, boom! I wake up. I felt like I got hit by a train, and I told Lalo. I said I can't smell my coffee. That's our morning ritual, like we were talking about earlier. Get up, have your coffee, and I'm like, I can't smell it. He says, you have COVID. I said, no, I don't. I can't. It doesn't feel like it. I've never had COVID before, but we had some tests there, so I went ahead and tested myself, and I was like,
The lines were like this on the test.
no, you know what? And I tested negative, so I went about my day.
That's right. Yeah,
I went about my day. I had a meet and greet that day, but I felt like crap, and I'm like, no, something's not right. So then I'm there with my friend. I'm like, I'm gonna go see Rolando, my doctor, PA. So I'm there, and I'm like, I know I don't have COVID because I already took a test, but it's probably sinus or this and that. He's like,
Allergies.
allergies. I have terrible. As
Yeah.
a matter of fact,
Yeah.
right now as we speak. Anyway, and so he's like, well, anyway, I'm gonna test you for COVID, test you for strep throat, and test you for
Flu?
the flu. So then, not even 10 minutes later, because normally it takes 15 minutes. 10 minutes in, girl, you have COVID. I said, no way. There's no way in hell I have COVID. He's like, really? You're gonna? Look, your test is right here. And I said, but I tested
No,
myself.
she
at
just didn't
home.
want me to be right, Rob.
Yeah,
That's all it was. That's all it was.
Bien cabezuda, no. So I
Ese
ended up,
Mercedes, carnal.
I know what
Es
you
Reyna,
said.
carnal.
Yeah, right?
No, hombre, cállate la boca, shut up.
Shut up. So no, sure enough, I had COVID, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. And then we have a show coming up. What am I gonna do? I'm like, no, I'm gonna beat it. And no, I took all the antibiotics, started feeling good 2 days in, then third day in, I felt like crap. It was like I just felt winded,
Yeah.
but I did
we-
the show anyway.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
played about
And I
40
just
minutes
told the
on
guys,
set,
stay
yeah.
away from me,
Yeah.
because now they're saying 5 days. I'm like, I'm good. I get on stage, it's 104 out. It's hot.
And he had never had it. You had never had
I
it.
had never
That's
had
why
it.
you. Everybody's got to get it. Everybody's got to get
everybody's
it.
gonna get it.
And the ones that get
Yeah.
it, they build an immune system to it,
Yeah.
an immunity to it, and right now at this time and age, if it was 2020, it'd be something to worry about. But
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of like weekend and stuff. But still, you got
Yeah,
to
I'm
be
on
careful.
my third booster, so I was like, I'm good, but I still feel like I'm not. I'm actually feeling a lot better.
Can you smell?
Oh yeah, I mean,
What
that
the
only,
rock is cooking?
that only lasted that one day. and then I could taste
Yeah.
and everything after.
Well, you know what? I can't smell still.
Still,
I mean, the other day I walked into. Sometimes I'll smell, but I got it like what 2021.
It was last July.
Last July,
It
yeah,
was
I got it last July, and
Yeah.
and I'm up to this day. I smell really different, like the chemicals inside.
that's what I hear.
Yeah,
That they, I think Papo got it, and he said he smells like
Like metals. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what you smell.
That's
Yeah.
what he says.
She bought
Weird.
some hand soap and I used it and I like, this shit stinks. What did you buy?
Yeah.
It's like berry scent. And I'm like, it smells like shit, you know?
Wow.
That's what Papo said, but I didn't want to say that. But yeah,
Yeah,
Use
and
another
then
word,
and then
but-
when I dry my face with a towel, I can smell like the chemical of whatever she
The
uses.
fabric softener.
The fabric
Yeah.
softener. I can smell. It doesn't smell like it's
The
country
fabric
fresh
softener,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
it's like fruity,
Are you
flowery
serious,
stuff.
bro?
That's
The
smelled.
hazelnut coffee powder for the coffee. I open it, boom, me da un patada, pero no es hazelnut, is otro. It's another. I smell other chemicals
Yeah,
inside.
it's very weird.
It's pretty crazy. But I walked into Family Dollar and I smelled it. I was
Yeah, you did. You're
"Hey, I
like, man, it smells like Family
I
Dollar
can
in
smell
here."
Family Dollar. I was like freaking out. Man. Stop pinche Family Dollar.
Yeah, and then I told him, well, it just smells like plastic in boxes. I'm like, I don't know.
You don't understand how great that is
I
to
know,
me,
I
right?
know, I know.
No, I'm just saying.
So
but
for you, it's like hit or miss. Sometimes you smell,
Yes.
sometimes you don't.
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it's crazy because I can't cut a fart. I don't know if it's gonna smell or not. You know what I mean? I'm kind of just let it out.
So just don't.
You can't enjoy mine either.
Don't do it.
I know. I loved smelling my wife's
Oh
farts.
my god. You can't
Put
enjoy
a
them
Dutch
now.
oven.
No, carnal. No, She was like, "Can you smell?"
That's
no.
love.
Good. I'm like, "Are you kidding? No, it's not good. I want to smell your fart."
Chingao.
Oh my god,
You're
that's
crazy.
so funny.
That's crazy.
Let's see. Let me put my nose in your butthole. Let me see if I can.
Do you smell?
Let me get closer to the source.
Stop. That's so gross.
All right. Swords. We got
So-
one more question.
Oh, we got one
Oh,
more
yeah,
question.
one
Go
more
ahead.
We got one more question, and yeah, Stephen Galvan wants to know what is Elida's favorite food.
Oh my god.
No, hey, no, hold on. She can't answer that.
Why?
Well, she's gonna have to answer that later. All right.
Okay,
All
okay.
right. We got a contest going on between these guys. Should we do the contest now or the pictures? Let's do the pictures. All
I
right.
would say the pictures.
We're gonna do some pictures and then we're gonna do a little contest with you. All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna put some pictures. They're gonna be on the screen, and I want you all to let us know who they are. Describe us the time, because I went through what I do with the artists. I go through their Instagram and I pick out some pictures, and and I put them up, and
I hope they're good pictures.
yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. So let's do the
Okay,
first
let's
one.
do
All
the
right.
first
All right. Let's
one.
see. Oh yeah, that was on Elida's Instagram.
Yeah.
That's Gilberto Perez. And that's Gande
Gande.
Aguilar when he was a little kid, right in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think you had posted this when Gilberto passed away.
I sure did.
Yeah. What were your feelings when he passed away?
Well, he was a mentor to me. He loved me, and I loved him, and he would let us record at his studio all the time. We were always there, hanging out. He had tiene un rancho
Yeah.
and he
Put
had
a
a
bass
studio.
line.
with a studio in the back, and we would go and cut songs, or he'd go back there and he'd hang out with us. Have
What a
beer.
peaceful place this place was, right?
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, el ranchito que tenía
Nice
ahí por la
guy.
baseline North Mercedes.
Yeah. He was real into his appearance, and well, it's like, so he always had his black hair.
Yeah, yeah.
So once I started seeing like the roots, I'm like, oh, something's not. He must be feeling sick already. He was already kind of.
He wasn't keeping
Going-
up with himself
Yeah.
like he used to, like
No,
he was
yeah.
used to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pues que en paz descanse Gilberto Perez, and man,
Yes,
he spawned a lot of people, a lot of
He
musicians.
inspired a lot of us.
Inspired, yeah. He's definitely. He started like in the early '60s, late '50s. So,
Yeah.
all right. What's the next picture, babe? Let's see. Vamos a ver. Okay,
Oh wow,
who's
that's my dad.
that's your dad, Lalo?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Wow, man, he
Yeah.
served our country,
Yeah,
huh?
he sure did.
Well,
He
man,
sure
look,
did.
you got the flag right behind you. Perfect.
Wow.
Tell me
That's
about your
awesome,
dad right there, man. Is that he's flying home or he's
Yeah,
flying?
I think he was flying back home. So he got drafted. So he was out of high school. I think he said maybe a month, and then he had to go. He had to go. At that time, he didn't have a choice.
Isn't that crazy, dude?
That's crazy.
And not knowing, I mean, and then the parents that they leave behind, you know, and
Yeah.
stuff. It's a pretty crazy time.
And so my dad does he has these breakfasts for all these older Tejano legends. He calls them Tejano legends. So he started one branch in Corpus, and then it spawned to Houston, then the Valley, and then my dad just is always in everything in the belly. He lives, you know, my dad's he's a great singer, but he's always lived
Yes, he
music
is.
through me. He's always lived it through me.
Vicariously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his daughter is Elida. Plus,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, cállate. So,
And then he's Reyna too.
oh, and then we're all Reinas, you know.
Well, like, what are the
Reinas.
chances,
I
right?
know. It was just meant to be. It was meant to be.
And we're only,
So many-
I'm an only child. She's an only
I'm
child.
an-
It's
yeah.
crazy.
There's a lot of
And
similarities.
your dad's name is
Eulalia Reyna.
It's
Yeah,
Lalo
Lalo.
too. So
Uh-huh.
you're junior.
I'm the third.
You're the third.
I'm the third. Yeah.
Eulario.
Eulalio.
Eulalio.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Eulalio. Thank you for serving, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you. God
Dad.
bless you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You guys are literally soulmates.
Yeah, right.
I feel we are.
The connection.
Literally.
All right, what's the next picture, babe? Let's see.
Those are my parents. Yeah, those are my parents.
That's
Man,
nice.
that's-
And so I want to say something. So next year they're celebrating 50
50
years.
years.
Yeah.
Wow.
50 years.
And you're an only child,
I'm
dude.
an only child.
Wow,
I'm an
man,
only
that's
child.
crazy.
Yep.
Wow, beautiful. I love seeing those old school pictures. I mean,
Right?
they're just the nostalgia, man. I
too.
love it, man.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next picture, babe? Oh, look at that. How old were you, Elida?
I was
14, 15?
no, I was already 20.
Ah, see,
23 there, 23, 24.
you could pass for a teenager.
Oh, yeah. Back then, yeah.
So you were
Good
already
times.
performing, you were playing with the
Yeah,
band and everything.
already playing with the band, yeah.
All right. I like that picture, man. Your
It's
long
nice.
hair there.
Super nice.
Thank you. You know, I was just thinking about something that I guess when you're young and naive and you're just doing it because you love it and you don't have business sense. And that's one thing I will tell like new artists is like, you know, we had so much talent. We were so talented, but we just didn't have somebody like that represented us at that time. We didn't have a good manager.
Like an Abraham.
You know, Chris was our manager, but it was like what there's a word I'm trying to think of, but he was our record label too. So it's like you can't do both and be good at it because
Conflict of
conflict of
interest.
interest, exactly. I don't think you could do both because you know he had to be at the record label, but also everything was, of course, for his own interest. Which okay, I get it. But
He
we
was
really needed-
micromanaging everything or what?
we really needed, and we had Nikki, but then you know Nikki was no longer with us. But it's like we needed somebody to grow with us. Like through the years, we've had management since Lalo's been with us. That's kind of grown with us as we, you know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
the business grows, you need that somebody with the business. Like now we have Adrian, who's our
Because you
manager.
need that layer of protection so that she's always clean.
Yeah.
Well,
She
you
can't
need-
ever be the bad person. You understand that.
Yeah, that's why I got my wife getting in front of me all the time. You know, like,
But I mean, aside from that, you know, yes, you need that, but it's also the booking end of it and like knowing your worth.
and besides that,
Knowing your worth because we
Yes.
didn't know our worth. when we
artists, and
started.
that's what I was going to say. Artists and musicians, we're notorious lowballers. You know, we
Yeah.
lowball ourselves.
And déjame hablarle
because-
a Elida porque me va a dar un buen precio.
Uh-huh.
No, you know, and that's what they do. You know,
Sí.
Oh
do
my
you book
goodness.
Ya
yourself?
hablé con
No.
Elida, carnal.
Yeah,
Ya hablé
yeah.
con Elida. No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I told my wife. I said, I
Yeah.
can't book the band. I can't do any of that because you know, I'm friends
Yeah,
with everybody. You
right.
know, so it's
and
kind
you
of
don't
tough.
want to be that.
And she asked me, well, I'm not sure I charge. I said, you charge whatever you think we're worth. And if you
Right.
don't get the gig, you don't get the gig. If you
There
do,
you
you
go.
do fine. So, you know,
Right.
but yeah, I understand that. Let's see another picture of it. I'm on it. Got a few more. Oh, wow.
wow.
That is old school right there.
It
So
sure
who is
is.
that in the picture?
Gosh,
Elida?
I look like my daughter, Layla. Layla wears a lot of little tops like that now. How cute. That's my mom and my dad.
That's from left to right.
My dad,
Okay.
and then my tia Delia, que en paz descanse.
Mm-hmm.
We lost her to cancer 7 years ago. And that's me. And then my mom.
Were you in your 20s there too?
Yeah,
or-
I was. I was
Okay.
already gigging.
Man, I
was
mean, you
already on
look
the
like
road.
you'd
Yeah,
be
you look
15 or
really
something,
young.
16.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's a wonderful picture. What a beautiful picture
It
there.
is, yeah.
Old
I
school
love
too.
this
right?
one. I love this one.
This one. Oh, yeah. Mira. Cuando se casaron. ¿Dónde se casaron? ¿Aquí en el Valle? Or?
Social club.
Social Club in
Edinburgh.
Ah,
Edinburgh.
en Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
¿Y quién tocó?
We had
Estaba yo, estaba. No, just Well, Signo
No,
played.
tell them that story.
Oh,
Now that
have
you
you
said
ever
that.
you never heard that story about Pepe Maldonado?
Oh no.
Well, they said, and excuse my French, but this is at what Navia Real was the place to play, right, for artists. So they asked him, and this is Javier says this story real good, right? Javier Perez, he's like, told us the story. He's like, no, hombre, pues, ¿quién va a tocar en el Villarreal? No, pues puros chingones, va a estar yo, va a estar Rubén Vela, va a estar Rubén Naranjo. But of course, he always says himself.
Yeah.
So now it's just like a joke, you know. No, hombre, va a tocar puros chingones, va a estar yo, va a estar Signo, va a estar Sólido, you know. It's just a joke.
Hey, you got to toot your own horn.
of
Nobody else
course,
going
of
to toot it
course.
for you.
Who's gonna do it for you? No?
Yeah,
Oh,
well-
it's just an inside joke that we always say.
Yeah.
Well, that's a perfect picture to finish with
Yeah.
for what we have next.
Uh-oh, what do we have next?
Let me see here. I gotta get the proper music for it, babe. Let me see. All right, somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. All right.
And
All
it's
right, I'm gonna have it. Hey, let me see here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for How Well Do You Know Your Partner?
I always wanted to play this game. I've always, because I know I'm gonna win this. I know I'm gonna win this game.
hold on, let me prepare this.
I like that little graphic. Hold up, baby. Play
Oh.
it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for hashtag PBTs. How well do you know your partner? Yeah, you know what?
Let's go. I'm ready.
You know, my wife put that together right before
That's
we
cool.
started.
Right
That's
Hey,
awesome.
Is that
before,
cool
'cause
or
you
what?
gave me
Huh?
the pictures.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
trying
I'm
to
gonna
do
give you a
my best.
bonus, baby.
That's
Thank
a
you, babe.
professional producer right there.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
I'm happy with the Dr. Pepper shake.
Yeah, I'll take one too. I'm gonna
I'm
reward
just kidding.
myself too. Hold on, you gotta
yes,
give.
yeah, I'm gonna pass it. Hold on.
I got the
like that
questions
background
here.
song right
The
there.
music. I got it.
So old school.
Okay, Jack.
We're gonna see how well Lalo knows Elida and how
Oh my
well
gosh.
Elida knows
How
Lalo.
funny! Look at that.
This is.
Okay.
I've always wanted to play this game.
Just like the shows
I've always wanted to play this game. Thank you.
on TV.
All right, okay.
Hold on.
So you all can't look at each other. You can't say.
So the board real quick is just to to keep
to
it
write.
sturdy, yeah.
Yeah.
And so each card, there's enough. One answer per page, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
So we've got 5 questions for each of you.
How
Okay.
many pages? I bet. Let me see.
So you got enough there.
I put extras.
My,
I put extras.
my wife is a 4th grade teacher. She's very prepared.
I'm very prepared.
And so I'm going to ask each one of you a question. You all write the answer on there and then
Okay.
show it. All right. And then we'll see if they match. If they match, you'll hear this. All right.
And if they
If
don't,
they don't match, you'll hear this.
oh,
And if you all don't get any correct, you'll hear this. All right. Okay. All right.
Got it. Perfect.
So
no
Lalo,
peeking
I'm
each
ready.
other. Yeah, no peeking on each other's.
I know
cards.
Lalo's going to get this one right.
Well, you
I
never know.
it.
We'll
I
see.
know.
I don't know.
Lalo, what's Elida's favorite restaurant? All right, write it down, Elida, on your paper, and you write it down, Lalo. Okay, what's Elida's favorite? I think I could get this one.
I was gonna say you have to know this one.
This
I
is
don't wanna
kind of
look at
gonna
you.
answer.
Hey, don't look, don't look.
Don't look.
This will
hold
answer
on.
the chat zone.
I have one. I need to know this. So
No.
Is
No,
it
no,
just
no, no,
in
no,
this
no.
city or
No,
anywhere?
no, 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 no. Hey,
no.
don't be asking. It's a simple question. What is her
Yes.
favorite restaurant? Yes, todo, carnal.
I know what yours is.
Okay,
Do you
puede
know
ser-
what your favorite restaurant is?
Yes.
Cover your paper.
She already wrote it on there,
already
bro.
wrote it down.
Hey, don't be. No le digas, Elida.
No.
Okay. I don't know
No
if I'm gonna
peeking?
spell
Test
this
him.
right.
Dice
but-
que va a ganar. Vamos a ver. All right,
I'm gonna spell
let me
this
see
right.
here.
Are we keeping time? He's
All
taking
right,
way too
okay.
long.
No.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right,
He's
show
peeking.
your answer to the camera. Show your answer. This is
ready?
Lalo's answer, okay?
Okay, here we
Hold on,
go.
hold on, hold on.
Hold on. Ready?
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, you
here we
show
go.
One at
All
a
right.
time or
One-
both?
No. Okay, España. Okay, now Elida.
I think I spelled
Let's
it wrong.
see. Put yours up.
Really,
Uh-oh.
babe?
No!
I mean, I don't like to eat there.
What did you say? Oh my gosh.
Ahí está.
Really?
What is it?
You said, come on. Okay.
Puro sashimi, papa.
I mean, we can go there for lunch. I mean, like,
But how many years have we been going there that we
this
love
is true. This is true.
Carnal, yo sabía esa, carnal.
All right.
Yo sabía
Okay.
esa.
And by
All
the
right.
way, Rock was the one that introduced me to
Kamori.
Wow.
All right.
Sushi.
Elida,
Damn it.
where was your first kiss with Lalo? Okay, so write it on there and,
Oh
Lalo, you got to write it on there. You could just pass it over here, bro. You don't need that. Just throw it over here.
Yeah, you can throw it on
Hey,
the floor.
throw it on the
that's
floor,
fine.
bro.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
take
fine.
care of that later.
I know.
So, where
I
was your
know.
first kiss? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Lalo, write it down. And then Elida, write it down. We're going to find out. A ver en qué parte del mundo
Jax,
se
make
dieron
sure they're
el
not
primer.
peeking.
Yeah,
Make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
They're not peeking.
Yeah.
She kind of has her a little bit down. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think she's
there you
kinda,
go.
yeah,
Perfect. There you go.
Because I see him. I see
You know
him.
what? I'm just gonna put.
He's trying to peek como cuando haces copy en la escuela. Lo estoy
ya
watchando.
se lo doy.
I
Guáchalo,
know.
Jack.
That's why I'm
guáchalo.
here.
Órale. Vamos a
That's why I'm here. Okay.
ver. All right. Elida, you ready?
I know
10
where it's at. I
seconds.
just don't know. I know
10,
exactly where it's at. I just don't know what
9.
city it was. So I put the state also.
No hay pedo, carnal.
All right.
Si hace match, hace match.
Okay.
Órale.
Okay.
Vamos a ver. Okay, Elida, show us your answer, Elida. Okay. Okay. Tucson,
Tucson,
Arizona.
Arizona.
Okay. How about you?
I put Arizona
Phoenix.
because I
You
thought
said
it was Phoenix.
Oh.
That's why I said I put Arizona.
Wait a second. Does that count?
It's gotta count. I just didn't know if it was Tucson
I don't know. It's
or
kind of a
Phoenix.
different
Well,
city,
Arizona,
right?
Arizona.
Let's give it to them.
All right. Okay. Elida.
The
I knew it
same
was one of
state.
those.
It's the same state. It's the same state.
Yeah, I knew one of those.
Elida 1, Lalo 0. Okay.
Uh-oh.
There we
There you go.
Hey, Lalo en chingón que ya ganar.
I know.
Okay, okay, all right. Yeah.
All right, Lalo. Who's Elida's celebrity crush? Okay, who's Elida's celebrity crush? All right. Don't look at each other.
You don't
have to
even
look
know
at
that.
each other.
You don't even know.
Ay, Lalo, ya
Because
sé,
even
ya
if,
estás-
hold on, you've never told me that.
Hey, no discussions.
Well,
no
you-
discussions.
Hey, this isn't counseling or therapy, carnal.
See, she doesn't even know, Rock.
Just put
Because
your
I have so many.
I have no idea. I have no idea because she has no idea.
well, just put what. How do you know she has no idea?
She better not ask.
Okay, all right.
El Lalo quiere correr todo el
I
pedo.
know. Typical.
Bien controlling, el vato, bien controlling.
I know, right?
Because I don't want to lose. That's why.
Just put your favorite actor, your favorite, singer or whatever, I mean, it's just a celebrity crush. It's not like you'd leave Lalo for
Well,
him, you know
there's
what I
one
mean?
that
Well,
It could be a girl too. I don't know. I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Somebody said Elon Musk.
Órale, ándale. Lalo, put
I have no idea
Pues
who
tú
to
nomás
put.
pon lo que sea ahí. Pon
Like
a.
you said, just an artist in
Yeah.
general.
It could be.
actor,
Yeah, it could be
singer.
an actor, Yellowstone, from,
I
any
guess I
type-
need to hear, and I'll be like, yeah, because I do have several that.
Well, just
Oh my God,
one of
that's-
those several. Just put one of those several.
I'm
and
trying to
let's-
think of somebody she's talked about where she's like, okay.
You see, it's guys I respect, and I never.
it's her secret crush. It's her
Pues
secret
aquí en
crush.
este programa
My
no hay
secret
nada de
crush,
respeto.
It's a liability, Rock.
I'm a liability. Es lo
You're
que
a
me dijo
liability, Rock.
Stevie D. Hey, Rock, es que your show is a liability, carnal. Cállate los hocico, Stevie D.
I'm just gonna say.
Okay. Put out whatever. Órale, Lalo. Pues tú nomás ponle ahí.
Okay, let's say.
Ponle Eddie Van Halen. Pon algo, lo que sea.
I'm like,
Pobre Lalo va a perder, ¿verdad?
I foresee this.
I have no idea who to
I
put,
can't
bro.
believe you don't know your own wife, dude.
no, but I don't really say I have like.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, it's okay.
Okay,
Just
okay.
put something,
Let me
whatever.
put-
If it matches, it
let me put,
matches. If it doesn't, it doesn't. One that both of you like.
This is
Okay, just
such
put
a-
it
Oh,
on.
one that we both like.
Yeah, ya se me está
Okay.
acabando la sangre. Órale.
There you go. I already wrote mine.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, this is so cliche, but oh my
Oh,
gosh.
está bruto ese. Vamos a ver. Órale.
Who's showing first?
No, you would never say that though.
Elida, go ahead and show it first,
Okay.
Elida. All right.
Oh my
John
gosh.
Mayer.
John Mayer.
All right.
I was never gonna
Tú,
get
Lalo,
that.
Lalo, let's see, Lalo.
No, I was gonna put Luis Miguel, but that was so cliche. But
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No
What to,
culpes a la noche.
Sí, ya.
I'm gonna lose this game, bro. I'm gonna lose this game.
It's 1-0. Elida, okay.
Yes.
What's Lalo's favorite movie? Lalo's favorite movie. One that he's seen more than once, All right, Lalo, go ahead and write yours in there and don't be looking at her. Just write your favorite movie.
Well, because he likes those dumb movies. and you know what? I'm like, why are you watching that dumb movie? And then I get sucked into it, and I end
that
up
always
watching it with
happens.
him.
Yes,
Right?
yes, that always happens.
Beavis and Butthead do America.
Oh, the new one. Did you see that they came up with a new one?
I want to see it, bro. I want to see it.
You're never gonna get this.
Este vato. Bien negative. Porque está perdiendo.
I think so. He's sore loser. No, I don't. I just say dumb movies. I'm just gonna put dumb movies.
No,
I can't.
you gotta put it.
Come on, that's not fair.
Put a movie. No, put Dumbo then. Dumbo.
La de la mochila azul.
La
Mario
mochila
Flores.
Bloody
All right. Lalo says
Oh,
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, that one's cute.
I would have never
All
guessed
right.
Happy
know.
Gilmore. That's a good movie.
No way. There's no
All
way.
right.
Those are
Elida?
funny.
that. Or Bobby Boucher. Which one's that one?
No, that's
You don't like
Waterboy.
that one? Waterboy.
All right. You're winning by one, Elida. You're still winning by one.
Still winning.
Okay.
Yes.
Winning's winning.
Yes.
All right, Lalo.
Yes, sir.
What's Elida's favorite kind of music? All right. You should know this one, right?
I
Well-
would have to say.
So,
say
Elida,
this.
go ahead and write down your
I had to
answer
think
there.
about that one too.
Yeah.
No.
No, if it. Just write it down.
Just your favorite kind of
Just
music.
the
The
first thing that comes to your mind.
There's no coaching. Oh my goodness.
He
Trying
wants
to
to,
take over the
he
game.
wants to tie. He wants to tie.
The type.
Don't.
I already wrote mine.
Listen.
I already wrote mine.
Don't you know that when you tell a woman what to do, she does
She's
the
gonna
opposite,
do the
bro?
opposite.
Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
This is-
Thank
Just say,
you.
pretend you don't know. What is it, babe? You know?
Got it?
Okay.
My favorite music,
Kind of music. Your favorite kind of music. All right.
like what I listen to the radio, like in the
Your
when
favorite,
I'm in
lo que tú quieras, whatever you feel.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm
My
gonna get this
favorite-
wrong.
Don't overanalyze it.
I'm gonna get this wrong.
All right.
Oh my
Salsa.
God.
Okay, Lalo, what did you?
What did you?
Conjunto. He put conjunto.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's what I do for a living now. Like, well, I mean, yes, I love conjunto music, but I thought we were just talking more like on a
Babe,
broad
they're
scale.
gonna think we're a horrible couple, babe. Everybody.
I think
Jose
everyone on the
Flores.
chat is saying that. Yeah.
Jose Flores and Mario Flores said conjunto. Jose Lara, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Are you sure these? Are you sure these two actually share the stage every night?
I don't know. We're on what question?
This.
We're on question. This
Wow,
is Elida's third question. Elida.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I don't have any more.
I
You don't
know,
have any more?
I'm just turning them over.
Oh yeah, you can turn them over.
Okay. I
Okay,
got it.
there you go. Okay, Elida.
Okay.
What's the first movie you and Lalo saw together?
Oh.
It was another dumb movie. Gee,
There's some more papers here just in case.
you have got to. I mean, I remember the first movie I saw with my wife, right?
The first
I
movie.
have no idea.
15 years ago.
Hey,
I have no idea.
Just for her, just in case.
I have no clue.
Like at the movies or like
I have no idea.
Give
in
this to him
general.
just in case he
Elida, write something in there and you write something in there. Maybe she'll get a point. She's trying to keep you from getting a point, Elida. That's what he's trying. That's why he says, no idea. Es que no quiere que le ganes. Porque todo el camino para la casa.
These are really hard questions, actually.
Nambe, come
They
on.
really
They are
are.
hard.
I mean, they really are.
Just think of the first movie you all saw together that was real memorable. You know, like the first movie that was very memorable. It doesn't have to be the first movie, but it was a movie you saw you remember seeing together. You know, that's all you got to do. It's very simple, man. Come on.
I have no idea.
they have
I'm
no
just gonna
time
put
to
a-
watch movies.
Pon Urban Cowboy or pon, you know, Grease
I love
or, you
Urban
know,
Cowboy, but
Grease or Star Wars or
Titanic.
I love Star Wars.
Titanic.
Okay, I'm gonna put Star Wars because I don't know.
Oh,
what to
yeah,
put.
you got
No, you can't say it.
There's no way we're gonna get this. There's no way. I don't remember.
Okay.
Big D said Star Wars.
All right. Okay.
I mean, I'm a Star Wars fanatic, but
Yeah.
You are.
yes.
I am not
Hell
a Star
yeah.
Wars
You're
fanatic.
not.
Hey.
Why?
Not, yeah.
I don't know what the
not.
hell that's all about.
Really? I'm not a Star Trek fanatic, but I like Star Wars.
All right, number 4, Lalo.
Yes, sir.
What's Elida's favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh,
Ooh,
that
I know that
Got
one.
to know
Okay.
that. I know.
I
I was
know
gonna
that one.
say. He's
I know
got
my
to know
wife's.
this one.
I know
You
my
know why?
wife.
Because he's a freaking ice cream
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
Oh my gosh.
Like us. Like
A
us.
nosotros
After-
le gusta chingo el ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After dinner, ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
When
about
you're in
ice cream
bed watching
sandwiches?
TV, yeah, ice cream
Yeah.
sandwiches con a little graham cracker. Oh my God. All right, hold on.
I get all excited with those.
Okay.
Lalo just might get his first point here.
Might. Uh-oh.
Hold on, I don't think.
It's
We're
over.
still
He's
answering
doubting
I,
it. Forget
I need
it.
to think about this. Hold on.
You already wrote something.
This is my instinct. I'm gonna go with it.
Okay.
Go
All
for
right.
it.
What is it, Lalo? Banana nut. Okay. What do you got over there?
She's gonna say chocolate with something with almonds.
I'm
I'm gonna say banana nut with chocolate.
I should get 2 points for that.
All right,
I should
that's
get
good.
2 points for that because I put both of them on
It's
there.
your first point.
It's
That's why.
1-1. 1-1. Okay, it's a tie. We got a tie here.
Uh-oh.
I should have put something else on purpose just so you would.
Yay! You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that.
No seas así, Elida.
That's not fair, man.
No
Good
seas
strategy.
así.
Good strategy. I would do the same.
All right, Elida.
Okay.
What's
Yes.
Lalo's worst habit? Okay, what's Lalo's worst habit? Lalo, write down what you think she thinks is your
this
worst
one's
habit.
This one's easy.
Right, that one's always easy. My
Somebody
wife
said-
like my wife hates me leaving my toenails on top of the nightstand.
Ay, no
Dad.
mames, Dad.
Pinche pezuñona chingona, carnal. Parece gavilán, carnal.
You're so disgusting.
You know what I do for that? I solve that problem.
How do you
did
do?
you do?
I cut them on the toilet para que nomás se caigan ahí y nomás las hago flush.
Hombre, carnal, my wife bought me like a little trash can, so I put them. I'm filling it up with toenails. Dude. Yeah,
It's fucking funny.
Elida's going like,
You got a toenail.
Like you guys have serious
No,
issues.
You got a toenail piggy bank. What did I do that? Sorry.
For every toenail, right? You can be a millionaire, right? With all the ones you
it's
collect.
a keeper.
Como doctor, ¿cómo se llama?
Doctor,
you remember?
Gold member.
Ooh, that's a keeper.
Yeah.
I love gold.
All right, so Orale, come on, dude, Lalo, let's go, dog.
So what was the question
What's
again?
Lalo's worst habit? She's already writing a whole story over there,
And
bro.
he's peeking.
I'm sorry, I was.
Elida está
I'm
escribiendo un libro.
watching you. And the
Worst.
people on the chat are like, he keeps on peeking.
Elida's writing the next hit.
Actually, they also said that it's gonna be a long way home for Lalo.
You know, those kind of habits like poking your navel and smelling your finger, you know what I mean?
Ay, güey.
Like that, you know.
I would say.
This is something he.
Oye, tantos
That's a lot
worst
of
habits
habits.
tienes
Yeah, I
así
was
que
going to say, he's kind of trying to figure out, he's eliminating the not so bad ones and trying to keep the bad ones.
It's 1-1, so if Elida gets this correct, she's winning 2-1. I mean, she's in the lead, and we have one more question for that.
Somebody check Lalo's
Okay.
blood pressure.
Okay.
He's getting a little red.
He doesn't.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay,
Okay, me
I'm
first.
ready.
Elida, yeah, go ahead, Elida. What do you put?
I put. He walks back and forth while he's on his phone.
He walks back and forth while he's on his phone. Oh,
He could
man.
walk. Yes, he could walk. Yes.
I feel like you picked that one.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
didn't.
peeked.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I did
Yeah.
not. I didn't.
You peeked
All I
on-
saw was one line on her. No, I didn't peek.
He's on the phone. And he can be on
So
the phone.
what
and he'll
happens
be-
there? We're
Elida
good.
gets a point. Elida gets a point.
See, that's why she was trying to say what her strategy was earlier. She was supposed to
Okay,
get it
I
wrong
get it
on
now.
purpose.
Women are always one step ahead of men.
right.
Always.
2-1. It's
They
2-1.
think we're not,
All right.
but we
Okay,
are.
okay.
Okay, Lalo has an opportunity to tie it right now,
And that's it.
and if he doesn't, the game's over.
Right. Yes.
Lalo, where did you and Elida go on your first date?
Oh, that's
easy.
To her favorite restaurant. Oh, ching.
420 in the chat zone. All right, 420.
I just don't know how to spell that.
I got it.
Well,
All right.
I spelled it two different
Okay,
ways. I don't know if
go
it's
ahead
correct,
and put up your answer. What is it?
but- Paisanos.
Paisanos?
Paisanos.
Paisanos. All right.
Paisanos.
So,
Ah, nice. Woo.
Dang
all
it.
right. So,
So
Elida-
then-
He gets a point.
Yeah.
I
So
don't get it.
It's two.
Tiebreaker.
It is 2-2.
No.
Oh my goodness.
There's
This is
one
the
more
last
question.
one.
One
Oh
more
my
question.
God.
You gotta
Okay,
love
here
it
we
when
go,
that
here we go.
happens.
Oh my gosh.
And the question belongs to Elida.
Yes.
Okay.
This one's going to be tough.
Elida, how does Lalo like his eggs in the morning? Okay. How does Lalo like his eggs in the morning?
I know this one.
Can I say a joke real quick?
No sea sucio. So how does, okay, go ahead,
Well, we
Elida.
just ate at Linda's restaurant,
Okay.
and he had them over medium.
All right.
There it is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Elida Reyna wins the
I'm the
contest.
winner. Yes.
too on hashtag PBT.
Man.
How well do you know your partners?
Woo!
Horrible.
Just lay them down. Yeah.
Yeah, on the floor, wherever. Yeah.
Elida, Lalo,
Thank you.
I appreciate you all coming to the show.
Thank you.
And I hope you had as much fun with us as we had with you all.
Yes, thank you.
And I just want to, I want to congratulate you all for, doing what you're doing. And, you're an inspiration to a lot of girls,
Thank you.
And, just like Selena was an inspiration to many, you're here today
Appreciate
doing the same thing she was doing. And it's amazing. And Lalo, man, I just, it's just amazing that you all got to hook up together and you created and kept the music going, man.
Yeah, we're trying, and I think ELIDAFEST, hopefully, God willing, will be the next chapter for us to continue to give back to her community. I think, you want to briefly just talk
Sure.
about that? Yeah.
I just want my legacy to be not just our success, but that we want to reach out to kids, especially right now that we feel that our industry is slipping away, and we feel the only way that we're gonna get them back to listening to Tejano and Conjunto music is by showing them how to play these beautiful instruments. One person that inspired me was Benny Layton back in the day. Mr. Benny Layton. When the first time I met him and I saw what he was doing with the Estudiantina, look at all of the monster musicians that came out of him.
Yeah.
Noe, Epi.
They all were a
Lucky,
part of your legacy as well.
Duty. I mean, and so just imagine Mercedes might just as well have, these all other amazing musicians as well. So we're trying to implement curriculum at the Mercedes ISD where kids could learn how to play Tejano and Conjunto music. And so they can learn how to play the bajo sexto, the accordion, pick up these instruments, and also to learn where this music comes from, that it originates with the Narciso Martinez's and all of these amazing
Gilberto Perez, Tone de la Rosa.
Yeah.
Yes, and the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
And yes, that as much as we love Ramon Ayala, but there's a bigger history behind it. And I think it should start, it should start in school where they can learn. I mean, if we can have choir, if we can have a mariachi class, we can have a Tejano Conjunto class and teach these kids like Mr. Layton taught with the Estudiantina.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why we can't have this throughout the nation, throughout the state of Texas even, because we Hispanics, we are the majority. I mean, let's face it, there's so many Hispanics in every school district. And
We just want to give the kids.
we just want to start.
Yeah.
We wanted to start for me, in my hometown of Mercedes. Now, we're not the first ones to start this. Obviously, there are some really great teachers that are already doing this valley-wide, and just not mid-valley. Nobody's doing it here yet. Not yet. But we're hoping to start something and try to get these kids, get them interested in our style of music. And I'm not necessarily saying that, no, just play Tejano or Conjunto. No, it's just showing them an appreciation the way our parents taught us how to love Jesse Serrata, Chacha Jimenez, how to love our music, going to Mafia and Roberto Pulido, and the list goes on and on. Laura Canales, which is the first female that I ever saw perform Tejano music. That's how it started for me, because my mom and dad introduced me to it. But now, I just feel like, even family, where everybody's on their phones, it's kind of slipping away. Even within the family unit, if they don't get it there, they can get it at the school. They can learn it at the school. And so to me, that's really important, to get the kids away from their phones and getting them to put the phone
accordion
down,
and
pick up an accordion, and the kids interact more. And then, of course, it's something that they'll take with them forever, for the rest of their life. They're always going to know how to play something. Take that with them, even if they decide to become.
It also creates structure and discipline.
Yes,
everything.
It teaches them leadership.
All together.
It teaches them how to work with other kids, and just so much that you learn from it. Teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork.
Teamwork.
We spoke to the state representative, Armando Martinez.
Armando Martinez.
Yeah, and we talked to the new appointed superintendent.
Superintendent of Mercedes.
So we're all in, man.
They're all excited
We're all
about
in.
it.
Where do people get tickets, or is there
So,
a place to go get tickets,
Yes.
or is,
Eventmania.com.
Okay.
They can get the digital, and then we have.
can they go to your website and get
Sure.
the click on? Okay,
Yeah,
so
because
just go to the website.
There are gonna, we have I think 5 or 6 where you can go pick up the tickets. Or you can just wait. I mean, the thing is, there's not a pre. It's $10, bro.
$10
all
pre-sale,
day.
or you can get them there.
You know, we're
at the
gonna
show.
do it in a different form where the VIP tables and stuff are gonna be off to the side. We're gonna create a pit. so
Isn't that
the-
so much better?
Yes, it
I
is.
mean,
because we're on this side, Rock.
I know, dude, and you
know?
and you can't get the energy from people in the table, and
sitting
all the
tables.
fans are way back there.
Thousand
Like,
percent.
and I always thought, I always tell when I go to festival, I said, man, it's
So
better
do we.
if you put the VIPs to the side and put them in the
Yes.
middle, so
That's
the crowd
exactly
can be
what
there.
we're gonna do.
And the audience, the star, the singer,
Yes.
the
You
artist,
you feed off that energy.
yeah, and
you know,
you're there
the
with
crowd.
them, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
No, we totally agree.
Awesome. I'm glad you guys are
And
doing
now,
it that
now
way.
that we're having our own event, it's like you learn from watching the way that other
other
events
people's
are.
mistakes.
Yes.
You get to fix
You're
them.
taking
Yeah.
notes. And so if you want, and people can sit on the bleachers. We just recommend that they get there early because if you want to sit down on, it's fine. It's $10 whether you're on the bleachers or $10 whether you're on the pit area.
Is this
and
going to be
kids-
in the rodeo
It's gonna
arena,
be
under the rodeo
Bird
arena?
Dog
Okay.
Arena, yeah,
Okay.
inside there.
And
So
12 kids and under is free. And so it's a family event. We definitely
we have
of course,
vendors. We're gonna have vendors. We're
vendors
gonna have,
And people that are
merchandise.
interested in putting up a shop there for as a vendor, that they can they contact you on your
everything's-
website?
uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Noches
for sure.
Bohemias,
So,
Rick or Lalo.
The Facebook is ELIDAFEST, and so Rick. And I do want to give a shout out to Rick Ramos. He's my partner, and he's the one that's doing all the legwork. He's been phenomenal. He's been working his butt off. His Lucky's cousin. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows that name because he's really trying to build more, especially for us, and to continue doing this with the city, the mayor, Oscar.
Yes, we wanna
the city
thank
and
the mayor as well.
they've just
City
been
commissioners.
amazing, Rock, because I have to say this, man. A lot of times, if an artist is from a town, a lot of times they don't support him. Not with Elida, bro. Mercedes is getting behind her 100%, bro.
Awesome.
Always.
I just
you know?
feel that if I had done this could only have worked now. It couldn't have worked 10 years ago. It's just everything, just like you said, everything just fell into place.
Yeah.
We have all the right people and everybody's like on board and so.
Oh, you've always had that dream of doing it in Mercedes. I remember being part of one of your events there at Civic Center.
Yeah, we had already started something
but
like
the
that.
consistency kind of like, and this time you guys are gonna do it right. And it's
Right.
gonna be
Correct.
amazing.
Back then, I didn't know anything about sponsors. I thought, we have to do everything on our own. So everything was like our own legwork. Now we know better. Now, especially working with Adrian too, we've learned a lot working with him, and because he's very business savvy. He gives
Adrian
us
is
great-
global.
Correct.
Yes, Global Productions.
Global
and-
Productions, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that put up all
In
this.
Rio?
Yeah, in Rio Grande, he put up all the production and stuff.
So he'll be,
Yeah.
everything's
he's got some amazing production.
Yeah, it's going to look great. And so the proceeds are going to go towards a scholarship for an academic scholarship and a music scholarship, and then the rest is going to go towards getting these instruments for these kids that because we're not sure when we're going to start it. We're already talking about maybe doing it this year. We're still, hopefully, God willing, we can start the program this year. But
the good thing is that it's
either
during the
way,
summer, so we can get ready for the
we're-
2023
we get
school year. You know,
Yeah.
a year in advance so that we can start collecting these instruments because they're not cheap, as you
Correct.
know,
No.
an accordion
Yeah.
or a bajo sexto, and we don't want to just get anything. We want to get something that's good quality, and then of course the maintenance and everything. So we're hoping that every year with ELIDAFEST, we continue to do this.
and maybe
because-
those bands can play at ELIDAFEST. Maybe in
Well,
a
that's
few
what we're
Of
years,
course,
you know?
yeah.
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 That's amazing.
Yes.
That's a great vision, and
Yeah.
it's something community based. And Elida, I want to thank you for coming over.
Thanks, Rock.
Thank you so much.
And you kicked Lalo's ass on the contest. So te sacaste
did.
la daga. You got something
not
to tell
used to that,
Lalo
but,
on the road.
oh, babe, and we're gonna go eat at Kumori.
I was gonna say that's probably where we're gonna wind up going.
Just FYI.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elida Reyna, Lalo Reyna, Grupo Avante. All right. Want to thank you all for joining us, and make sure to follow us on our social media, #PVT on Instagram, at #PVT. Also on TikTok, we are at Rock and Roll James 2020. And also, we want you to like, subscribe, and share. Tomorrow night, We have Rick Rodriguez from Rody's Country Fried Chicken. It's his birthday tomorrow. He's one of our longtime sponsors, and he was there at the show with Reyna last night, so he's going to be here. He's the guy with the cap. And then on Thursday, we have Tyrone Vaughn. He's Jimmy Vaughn's son. He's Stevie Ray Vaughn's nephew, and he's an amazing blues guitarist. He's going to be here on Thursday night. And we want to thank Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. If you feel sluggish, tired, gain weight, and you're looking for a primary care clinic to help improve your quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, they handle it. All of it. 1-855-771-1650 or 956-441-2188 or go to drtees.com. Also, want to thank Top Floor Cars in Brenham, Texas, a classic car dealership located 2404 South Chapel Hill Street in Brenham, Texas. Bigger location coming up for more room for consignments. They've got some amazing, beautiful vehicles. If anyone's looking for a specific vehicle to buy or sell, contact them at 979-337-1006, or you can go to topfloors.com. That's a website you see right there on the screen, and you can check out some of their amazing inventory. They've sold cars worldwide from Germany to Australia, and you can find them on Facebook at Top Floor Cars, or check out their YouTube, Top Floor Cars, and Instagram, Top Floor Cars, Brenham, Texas. So thank you so much. Everybody wave at the camera. We'll see you tomorrow night. Hashtag PVT. Asústame one time.
Ay, por Dios, cómo me duele ver caerse la ilusión que